everybody to the July 1st meeting of Allegheny County Council. Pledge allegiance to the flag, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And may I have a moment of silence for reflection? Thank you. Roll call, please.
Mr. Bekowski.
Here.
Mr. Botta.
Here.
Mr. Ambrazia.
Here.
Ms. Filiaggi.
Here.
Mr. Fatulis.
Here.
Mr. Grisbeck.
Here.
Ms. Hallam.
Here.
Mr. Klein. Mr. Klein. Mr. Macy.
Here.
Ms. Nakaradi-Chapkus.
Here.
Mr. Palmieri.
Oh, President Macy.
Mr. Paul Messina.
Here.
Ms. Pritzia. Mr. Walton. President Katina.
Here.
We have 11 members present at the moment.
Thank you. Before we go into the regular part of the meeting and moving into proclamations, we have an unusual situation this evening. On this agenda, the Chief Executive is introducing an ordinance that permits filming for a television series on county-owned property in North Park. This filming is scheduled to begin this month. Because we have the 4th of July holiday and council's summer recess coming up, the last chance we'll have for a final vote on this ordinance before filming starts will be on our July 8th regular meeting. In order to accommodate this timeline, Mr. Bekowski has agreed to take this bill and to have an Economic Development Committee meeting tomorrow at 5:30 p.m., specifically to discuss it. Because the Sunshine Act requires us to post the agenda for the meeting at least 24 hours before it begins, I will have the clerk read the title of the ordinance now so that it can be referred to committee before the deadline for notice. Jared, please.
That's Bill 13593-25, an ordinance of the County of Allegheny, Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, to allow Lazarus S1 LLC to use certain county-owned real and personal property in connection with filming a television series referred to as Parallax, which will premiere on Apple TV+, sponsored by the Chief Executive.
Mr. Bekowski.
Would you like me to make a motion to?
Yes, I'm looking for a motion and a second. Send it to the full council.
I'd like to make a motion to.
Refer to committee, I'm sorry.
Just refer to committee. That's all you need, John.
You're referring it to.
Yes,
Okay.
thank
We can move on. We're done.
Motion?
No, we don't need it.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to refer it to the Committee on Economic Development and Job Creation. This is only the second time I've chaired, so you have to excuse me, or maybe not. Okay, we'll get back to the regular order of business. All this evening's proclamations will be read into the record. Please.
13586-25 is a proclamation recognizing the 25th anniversary of the Allegheny County Music Festival, sponsored by Councilmembers Pritzio, who is now present, Councilmember Macy, and all other members of council. 13587-25 is a proclamation honoring the unwavering service and impact of Estelle S. Campbell Boys and Girls Club upon its 25th anniversary, sponsored by Councilmember Botta. 13588-25, a proclamation honoring Exercise Warehouse for 40 years of service to Allegheny County, sponsored by Councilmember Botta. 13589-25, a proclamation honoring John DiNocenzo on the occasion of his 100th birthday, sponsored by Councilmember Nakaradi-Chapkus. 13590-25, a proclamation celebrating the 30th anniversary of Randyland and recognizing Randy Gilson's positive influence and the positive influence his work has had on Pittsburgh's cultural identity, tourism, and neighborhood revitalization, sponsored by Councilmember Botta. And 13591-25, a proclamation congratulating Visit Pittsburgh on its 90th anniversary and its enduring service, stewardship, and innovation promoting our region, sponsored by Councilmember Botta and all other members of council.
Thank you, Jared. Public comment on agenda items.
We have 3 this evening. First up is Corey Roma.
That's for tall people size. Hi, my name is Corey Roma. It's been a while since I've been in front of County Council. Always good to speak in front of you guys. I'm a resident of Crafton Borough, and I'm here strongly to encourage you all to vote in favor of Resolution 1394-25, which is Councilmember Grisbeck's term limit referendum. I believe strongly that this is a good government, common sense resolution that will, we've been seeing a lot of talk in the public about members of government who serve for too long, and I feel like this is a good common sense referendum that the public would enjoy voting on this November. So I strongly encourage you all to pass it. Thank you.
Next up is Tanisha Long.
I don't see her.
And third would be Theron Gilliland Jr.
Hello, Theron Gilliland Jr. from the North Side Allegheny Center. I would also like to speak in support of Dan Grisbeck's bill. Basically, too often we've seen that members of government do not respect the will of the people. We've seen even in this building here, people show up, voice their opinions, and are told that council members have already made up their mind and will not respect decisions. I think that part of this is because people can get into office and then they're recognized by the letter after their name or by name recognition alone, and therefore term limits is one way to combat this. Thank you.
That's it.
Approval of minutes.
13592-25, that's a motion to approve the minutes of the June 3rd, 2025 regular meeting of council.
Motion to approve, please.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion been made and seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Sounds good. Presentation of appointments.
We have none.
Unfinished business. Committee on Economic Development and Housing, the second reading.
Bill number 13580-25, a resolution approving a project for the benefit of Duquesne University of the Holy Spirit, a Pennsylvania nonprofit corporation to be financed by the Allegheny County Higher Education Building Authority by the issuance of the authority's taxable and/or tax-exempt revenue bonds in one or more series in an aggregate principal amount not to exceed $145 million, provided that the taxing power of the County of Allegheny, Pennsylvania, shall not be obligated in any way with respect to the bonds, and declaring the financing of such project as desirable for the health, safety, and welfare of the people in the county, sponsored by the Chief Executive.
Mr. Bukowski.
The Committee on Economic and Job Creation met on June 26th and affirmatively recommended this to council. I make that motion.
Second, please.
Second.
Second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Or is it a roll?
It's got to be a roll
Roll
call.
call. Okay.
On the motion to approve, Mr. Betkowski.
Yes.
Mr. Botta.
Yes.
Mr. Ambrazia.
Yes.
Ms. Filiaggi.
Yes.
Mr. Fatulis.
Yes.
Mr. Grisbeck.
Yes.
Ms. Hallam.
Yes.
Mr. Klein. Mr. Macy.
Yes.
Ms. Nacarati Chapkus.
Yes.
Mr. Palmieri. Mr. Palmacina.
Yes.
Ms. Pritzio. Mr. Walton. And President Katina.
yes,
Ayes 12, no 0. Bill passes.
Committee on Public Works, second reading.
That's Bill 13560-25, an ordinance authorizing the County of Allegheny through its Department of Public Works and the Law Department to acquire by condemnation a permanent right-of-way in fee simple and a temporary construction easement over one parcel of land identified by the Allegheny County Department of Real Estate as Block and Lot 374H176, being required for the Greensburg Pike Lateral Support Project located in the Township of Wilkins, Allegheny County, and to take such further action as may be necessary under applicable law, including but not limited to the eminent domain code, sponsored by the Chief Executive.
Thank you. I chair Public Works, so I just want to mention that all of the legalese, all of the research has been done on this property, and it was, we reached an affirmative recommendation on 6/26/25 in the Committee of Public Works, and I make a motion to approve.
Second that. Second.
Well, roll call, please.
On the motion to approve, Mr. Betkowski.
Yes.
Mr. Botta.
Yes.
Mr. Ambrazia.
Yes.
Ms. Filiaggi.
Yes.
Mr. Fatulis.
Yeah.
Mr. Grisbeck.
Yes.
Ms. Hallam.
Yes.
Mr. Klein. Mr. Macy.
Yes.
Ms. Nacarati Chapkus.
Yes.
Mr. Palmieri. Mr. Palmacina.
Yes.
Ms. Pritzio. Mr. Walton. And President Katina.
yes,
Ayes 12, no 0. The bill passes.
Okay, thank you very much. Liaison reports. Councilwoman Hallam.
Thank you so much. Chairman Macy. I just wanted to give an update to folks. We have a jail oversight board meeting this Thursday, and I know there's been a lot of conversations around jail things in front of this council lately, and so I just wanted to give an update that on Thursday's agenda, the Employee Welfare Subcommittee, I'm not on that committee, but it's the President Judge, Vice Chair Rob Perkins, and don't know who the third person is recommending is putting up for a vote the sheriffs taking over transports to the jail. So after Thursday, I will have an update for you all from the jail oversight board, but I'm very confident I think it will be unanimous. But just wanted to give that update. Thank you.
Any other liaison reports? I'm going to do something that I do at every council meeting. I just want the citizenry to understand that the volunteer fire companies are in, we're going to use a strong term, a crisis mode. We don't have the volunteers. We don't have the finances for the expenses of equipment and fire trucks. The products have gone up exponentially. Fundraising is very difficult. Sometimes it takes 2 or 3 volunteer fire companies working together to hold one fundraiser, either a purse bash, cash bash to raise money. I suggest if you have an opportunity, if you know any volunteer firefighters, to talk to them, ask them how their companies are doing, to get a better understanding of the plight of some of the fire companies who have closed, some that are merging because we need people. So I just think that if we can have a better public relations with our volunteer fire companies, to get a better understanding of what we do and all the work and all the training that's involved, maybe you'll get a better understanding of why we're in such a plight. Thank you. How about that? Okay. New business motions. However, here's another caveat for this evening. Before we begin discussing this motion, I want to take a moment to remind everyone that Bill number 13470-25 was referred to committee when it was introduced. Because the rules of council vest control of bills in committee solely by the various committee chairs, that bill is not before us at this time, and it cannot be discussed. Remember, cannot be discussed or debated in any fashion this evening unless or until that bill is pulled from committee. Until then, all we are discussing this evening is whether the bill should be pulled or not. Would you read the bill, please?
That's motion number 13594-25, a motion of the Council of Allegheny County pulling bill number 13470-25, an ordinance of the County of Allegheny, Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, directing that a referendum question regarding the amendment of Article 3, Section 5B of the Home Rule Charter of Allegheny County, which establishes term limits for a single elected county official, be placed on the November 4th, 2025 general election ballot, and further amending Article 3, Section 5B and Articles 201, 301, and 401 of the Administrative Code of Allegheny County, contingent upon the passage of the referendum question from committee for an immediate and final vote, sponsored by Councilmember Grisbeck.
Point of order, Chairman Macy, just real quick before we move on to this.
We're not getting into any discussion.
I'm not trying to. Did we skip 13593-25, or was that the one from the beginning?
Yeah.
Did you just move it to the beginning of the meeting?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, I just want to make sure.
Mr. Grisbeck, please.
Thank you very much, Acting President Macy. So as Acting President Macy mentioned, this bill would pull bill number 13470, TAC 25, from committee. That is the term limits bill. I will not be going into discussion about that particular bill, as Councilman Macy, expressed. The reason that I am making this motion to pull the bill is because for all referendum votes, voters. They need to be passed by council by next week's meeting before we go into recess. Otherwise, they will not be able to appear on the November ballot. So, my goal by pulling this bill is not to bypass Councilman Futulis, Chair of Government Reform, but rather just to make sure that we're meeting the timeline in order to get that bill in front of the voters in November. However, like I said, it doesn't need to be passed until next week. We have a pretty short meeting this week. There's quite a few people missing. I had a few people that had expressed concern about the process to me, so kind of an extension of goodwill, and also to give folks another week to think about this. I would like to table this for next week if other council members are amenable to that, but open to discussion. Hold it, yes, hold it.
Mr. Grisbeck, are you going to make a motion?
Is there a motion needed to hold the bill?
Yes.
Okay, then I'll make a motion to hold for next week.
Second.
A motion has been made and seconded. I think we need a roll call vote on this.
On the motion to hold Bill 13594-25 to the July 8th regular meeting, Mr. Betkowski,
No.
Mr. Botta,
Yes.
Mr. Ambrazia,
Yes.
Ms. Filiaggi,
Yes.
Mr. Fatulis,
Sure.
Mr. Grisbeck,
Yes.
Ms. Hallam,
Yes.
Mr. Klein, Mr. Macy,
Yes.
Ms. Nakaradi Chapkus,
Yes.
Mr. Palmieri, Mr. Palmasina,
Yes.
Ms. Pritzia, Mr. Walton, President Katina.
Yes.
Ayes 11, noes 1. The motion to hold passes.
Very good, then. Notification of contract.
We have none.
Public comment on general items.
We had 4 individuals sign up timely and 1 untimely. First up is John Kenstowitz.
Such a honor to sit next to you.
We are going ahead to start the petitioning process. Our officers and their families believe it is too great a risk to our residents, hospital staff, patients, the public, and our officers.
Unknown participant is now exiting.
Okay. To delay on our initiative to bring back the leg restraints on hospital runs. We also believe by the day of your vote on our initiative, we will have at least 10 of your votes to make our initiative into law. Every officer I've talked to is going to obtain as many signatures as possible for the petition. I am encouraging our officers and their families to channel their anger, their fears about injury, their uncertainties about their future, to participating in the democratic process in getting petitions signed and contacting the local county council member. After going through the 3-week process of signature signing, Jared will first have up to 10 days to review our signatures for authenticity, and then the law department will have up to 10 additional days to review the signatures. After this process has been completed, County Council will have up to 60 days to schedule our initiative to be on the agenda of a full County Council meeting and a vote. Though these exact timelines are uncertain, we should be presenting to County Council sometime in late August or September. Our initiative only concerns the reinstatement of leg shackles on hospital runs at the discretion of the shift commander. Pregnant females will always be excluded. I have hired Dr. Josh Ellsworth, PhD, a criminologist, a former police officer, to be part of our team. His insights into the national thinking regarding issues related to our initiative and other projects and his research will be most helpful. We are continuing to schedule individual Zoom meetings with your peers to meet our frontline officers, our sergeants, and our consultants. Besides becoming more aware of statistics, national studies, best practices, you will have the opportunity to develop future relationships with our officers and our consultant, which I believe will be very helpful to you in understanding what is really going on at our jail, especially as we near county budget considerations. Our officers and their families are a unique subculture in our county government. Our officers die much, much sooner. Some officers work in an impossible schedule of 75 to 80 hours in 5 days, and in the past, they feel they have been forgotten about with no one to hear or understand their plight. I do appreciate your patience and willingness to let our officers tell their story. Thank you.
Next up is Edward Wren. David Fariska?
No.
Laura Gallagher?
After Laura goes, Tanisha Long is here. She was not here at the beginning for agenda topic comment. Is it okay if we switch her down to a non-agenda topic? If there's no objection from my colleagues. Thank you, guys.
Always like to hear from our constituents.
Me too.
Go. Good evening. My name is Laura Gallagher. I'm a member of First Unitarian Church of Pittsburgh, which is one of 30 congregations and organizations in the Pennsylvania Interfaith Impact Network. I live in Scott Township, and Robert Palmacina is my County District 12 representative. I thank the members of the council for allowing me to add my remarks to the agenda. I would like to meet with Councilmember Palmacina to discuss the importance of the Allegheny County Health Department and his views on raising permit fees so the department can hire enough people to reach full staffing. I and others in the environmental justice cohort seek to understand his disposition regarding the vote on Resolution 13229-24. Here's what I know. I look at the faces of you in this room, and having read brief bios on the website, I see respect for your community and discipline and commitment to serve your neighbors. You have taken up the responsibilities of governance, and for a mere pittance, I found out from someone who knows, you're not in this for the money. We support industries because they produce the goods on which we've come to rely. We uphold laws and systems on which a civil society depends. Prosperity is both material and the ability to hold all the community members in high esteem by upholding the laws that protect our rights. And we know that the public-private networks of oversight, regulation, and fiscal responsibility are based on mutual trust. Currently, there are neighborhoods where trust is eroded because neither industry nor municipalities are upholding the rights of these communities to safety and health. I heard individuals speak to a variety of issues of trust during door-to-door canvassing last year in the Mon Valley in the effort to promote public conversations about what concerns your constituents have. Those individuals had health concerns related to air quality, and they deserve a fully staffed county health department. A source of trust is the outcome of your effective support for the Allegheny County Health Department. You and the county executive are engaged in a complex process to enable our ACHD to function as it is required to do. I don't know where each of you stands regarding the vote, but you have the data, numbers, concerns, and issues surrounding permitting fees. It is in the conversations you will have amongst yourselves in the council and in the private communion you have with yourselves that you will be called to remember your constituents to whom you have a commitment, even to 7 generations hence, as our indigenous siblings would have it. Thank you again. I have something I'd like to give to Mr. Palmacina, if I may. I printed it out this morning. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Next up would be Yvonne Brown. Are we proceeding with Ms. Long? Okay, Tanisha Long.
One, I would like to say I do appreciate the brevity of this meeting, but it does kind of mess up my timing when I see like 55 proclamations and I try to move accordingly. So, yeah, I know, I messed it up.
You have to give your name.
Oh, sorry, Tanisha Long from Crafton Heights. So first I would like to say, you know, I came to speak in favor of pulling Councilman Grisbeck's bill out of committee. I think that as a younger resident of this county, someone who is deeply engaged in our democratic processes, I see where we tend to go wrong, and that's when we have people in office for too long. I don't believe that we are set up financially, politically, or socially to welcome and encourage new voices into office. And I think that by limiting terms, we encourage that and we encourage new growth in this county. A lot of ideas are entrenched in the people who hold them, and we don't open ourselves up to change when we have people in office for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 terms. I personally am very proud of the council people that I have. I have Bethany Hallam at large, and I have you, Bob. And I believe, given the shirt that you are wearing and its deeply patriotic and loud nature, that you agree that upholding as much of our democratic practices and principles is important. And we are in a time when we are seeing a lot of that disappear. I don't have faith in our current political climate. I don't believe that the party that I'm registered with represents me, but I do believe that all voting is local, and I believe that local politics is where we start national change. And we don't have that national change until we actually make those changes at a local level. We need new people in here. I love Bethany to death. She's crazy, but I love her. But I don't want her to be my council member forever. And eventually, when I decide to kick her out of office and run myself or something equally insane, I want that door to be open. On a side note, I would like to say that when it comes to what Mr. Kostenowitz had mentioned, the leg shackles, I appreciate the council's open to hearing different voices about it. I was at the public safety meeting, but what was missing was the voices of people who are directly impacted, people who have been impacted by leg shackles. I'm in the courthouse every week. I have watched more than enough people fall flat on their face while being shackled. Just 2 weeks ago, I saw that happen, and no one came to help that individual up for several minutes. Stuff like that happens all the time, and I think if we're going to have these deeper conversations, we need to engage the true stakeholders, which are the people who are suffering at the Allegheny County Jail. So I thank you for your time. I love you, but you got to go. And thanks.
Thank you. Well, I would just like to say that I want to thank our staff, I want to thank our solicitor, and of course, council persons that helped me through this trying time as being chair. Pardon me?
Oh, Anita.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm not perfect. Anita, do you have something to say?
And may I have a point of personal privilege?
Absolutely.
So tomorrow we're going to have a committee meeting on sustainability. We are going to talk about Council Member Palmieri's cleanup bill. We will have an update from the Director of Sustainability on the Climate Action Plan. And we will also hear from Sarah with the PRC. She'll be talking about the possibility of a permanent recycling center. So I hope all of you can come. Looking forward to seeing you all tomorrow at 4 o'clock. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Anita.
Thank you. Okay. The meeting is over.
Yeah, you did a great job. Very efficient meeting, sir.